Give it a try. Gewoon verder. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Srimati Bhakti Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Vastutori Sutarine Namaste Saraswati Devi Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Who can quickly learn, madam? Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama. This is the rhythm. Hare
Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming today to this Amsterdam Sunday feast. Before we start lecture, the lecture, we can sing this song, Jada Madhava. It's a really beautiful song. Srila Prabhupada introduced. Actually, Srila Prabhupada himself was very fond of this song. It happened, I think, twice that during performing this song, he actually fainted because he was so much overwhelmed in ecstasy and emotions that he just fell away. So please repeat after me. I'm not so good at harmonium, so please forgive me if I make mistakes. You don't need the speakers? welcome today. So instead of some wishes, especially welcome to all the senior devotees that are here. I hope you can guide me a little bit through this lecture, class, whatever you want to call it. I've been asked to give this class today. Actually, there are a lot of topics we can talk about. Because within our Krishna consciousness movement, we have the availability of a really vast amount of spiritual scriptures, lectures, stories, and we have to choose something from that. Is difficult because we want to talk about Krishna as much as possible, as much as possible about him. And what you see, I mean, we have every week we have a lecture during the Sunday feast, and all the lecturers they have their own style. Some lecturers they are more specialized in philosophy, really strict in the philosophy. Others they are more into how to practically use the knowledge that comes from Bhagavad Gita in their life, how to solve their problems. Others have some other specialty. So in that way, there are several lecturers, several devotees, Maharajas, that appeal to some group of people. And Krishna himself also says that in Bhagavad Gita, that there are 4 kinds of people that are attracted by him, that render service to him. Who knows the 4 people? 4 kinds of people.
Jnanis?
Yes, one.
Pure?
Sorry?
Pures?
Yes, inquisitive, yes.
The ones are desperate?
Yes, with distress.
And the ones who seek wealth?
Yes, desire of wealth. So the distress, the arte, desire of wealth, the arti, inquisitive one, jigyasu, and the one who searches for knowledge, the jnani. So these 4 people, 4 kinds of people, they all have their own needs and need to be addressed in their own way that they feel comfortable with. And the one who is distressed, who, for example, is in a divorce or something like that, and feels bad about that. Such a person might be more helped by how to use the wisdom that is coming from Bhagavad Gita, how to use that in his life to get rid of the distress, I don't know if it's the word, but to get rid of that, to be happy, because people are looking for happiness, but as you will see, they are looking in the wrong way. They're doing all kinds of activities, thinking this will make me happy. And it might be, because Krishna also says happiness and distress in the material world, they come and go, like the winter and summer are coming and going. In the same way, happiness and distress come and go, but it's not real happiness. And Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, we should tolerate both happiness and distress. So it's easy to understand that if we feel pain, that the religious way say, you have to tolerate, you have to do something about not be distressed by it. But also the happy things that happens in material life, we should tolerate. We should not get happy about the feelings of happiness. Because real happiness is only with Krishna. And as long as we try to ignore that or we don't want to hear that, we'll never find happiness. So that's a little bit the introduction. Actually, I opened the Bhagavad Gita randomly and took just the first verse that appeared in it to take as basis of this class today. And it opened at chapter 9, text 13. So if someone is able to put on the screen, then please do. Otherwise, I can just read and listen. Yes, normally I am doing that, but it's a little bit difficult now to do two things at the same time. Doesn't matter. Chapter 9 is about the most confidential knowledge. Now we'll read text 13. But first, I do prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So, chapter 9, text 13. Mahatmanastu Maparta Dairi Prakriti Mashrita Prajantyananya Manaso Gyatva Bhutadim Avyayam. We'll go directly to the translation. O son of Pritha, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. So Krishna is saying to Arjuna. Purport by His Divine Grace Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In this verse, the description of the Mahatma is clearly given. The first sign of the Mahatma is that he is already situated in the divine nature. He is not under the control of material nature. And how is this affected? That is explained in the 7th chapter. One who surrenders unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, at once becomes freed from the control of material nature. That is the qualification. One can become free from the control of material nature as soon as he surrenders his soul to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the preliminary formula. Being marginal potency, as soon as the living entity is freed from the control of material nature, he is put under the guidance of the spiritual nature. The guidance of the spiritual nature is called Daivi Prakriti, divine nature. So when one is promoted in that way, by surrendering to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one attains to the stage of great soul, Mahatma. The Mahatma does not divert his attention to anything outside Krishna, because he knows perfectly well that Krishna is the original Supreme Person, the cause of all causes. There is no doubt about it. Such a Mahatma, or great soul, develops through association with other Mahatmas, pure devotees. Pure devotees are not even attracted by Krishna's other features, such as the four-armed Mahavishnu. They are simply attracted by the two-armed form of Krishna. They are not attracted to other features of Krishna, nor are they concerned with any form of a demigod or of a human being. They meditate only upon Krishna in Krishna consciousness. They are always engaged in the unswerving service of the Lord in Krishna consciousness. Om Gyanatimidandasya Gyananjanashalakaya Chakshurudandina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamaya Kadasi Swaparamita Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Padakamanam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahakana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sataitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahakanadita Shri Shakavitamsha He Krishna Karana Sindhu Devantu Jagatkate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Kanta Namosini Dapta Kanchana Kaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishasanu Susini Vavi Hari Namo Mahavadaya Krishna Premadade Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Gaura Krishna Vanchakalpatarvasya Kripa Sindhu Patikara Pavanebhyo Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Saraswati Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. So is there anyone here today who does not know who is Krishna? Everyone knows who Krishna is?
Echt hoor.
At least you have heard about him. So that is maybe the better question.
To know is a great word.
Yes, I know. I was wrong. I was wrong, sorry. But you have heard about him, right?
Never.
Yeah, the name you is familiar to you.
We know a little bit.
Yes, you're right. In this verse, a few things were got my attention actually. A few topics. One is the distinction between the material nature and the spiritual nature. So one who surrenders to Krishna is not anymore involved in the material nature, but is under control of the spiritual nature. And the other thing is the Mahatma, the one who is really attracted to Krishna, who has given his life and soul to Krishna. His only business is Krishna. He's not attracted to anything else anymore. He simply wants to serve Krishna. So that brings the question. I mean, Krishna himself says we should surrender to him. And the question is, why? Why should we actually surrender to Krishna? At the end of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, give up all your nonsense and just surrender unto me. But we don't say, surrender. Oh, but I have so many responsibilities. And Maya says, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't surrender. Just stay in my clutches and I will kick you like an ass. So, when Krishna is referring to the nonsense things, what actually is meant with nonsensical things? Bhagavad Gita actually has calls 4 types of activities that every living being is doing: sleeping, eating, mating, and defending. The only thing is human beings, they are going till very far away to get these things, to how you say, to accomplish these things. I mean, animals also are busy with these 4 things, and they also sleep, they also eat, they also defend, they also mate. But they are doing it they're not really taking any effort in that. Everything that is so natural. And for us, actually, also because Krishna is supplying everything, so that we can live a material life in a natural way, in a comfortable way. But as you see, human beings want more and more and more. So that's why we are working 8, 9, 10 hours a day to get some kind of luxury. The only thing is it's never enough. I mean, if we reach something, then the other thing that we want to have, I know just an example close by. I won't call names, but he, she always has something in the mind what he, she wants to have. And as soon as that is accomplished, then the next thing comes. So there's never really long time happiness in that. But it doesn't mean that we cannot do anything. I have here a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. It is Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.1. I will read it for you. It is about Lord Rishabdeva. Lord Rishabdeva is a partial incarnation of Krishna. And he told his sons, my dear boys, of all the living entities who have accepted material bodies in this world, one who has been awarded this human form should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is available even for dogs and hogs that eat stool. I mean, dogs and hogs, it seems they eat stool, and they are very happy with that. And I've heard that human beings, if they also develop that kind of taste, that in the next life they will become a dog or a hog, so that they can, and they will be very happy with that. I mean, the thing we attach to in this life, in the end decides when we go in the next life. Because if we are doing things that are not in line with our human nature, we are not really happy in this body, because this body is not meant for eating stool, like in this example. So then Krishna says, oh, you want to do that kind of things? that is okay, but then that can also be done in the body of an animal. So please go there, and then you can then continue your activities. To continue the verse, one should engage in penance and austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. By such activity, one's heart is purified, and when one attains this position, he attains eternal blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness and which continues forever. So, in this verse, we see several things that I just explained. The working hard for sense gratification for simple things, which will not really bring happiness to us, and what we actually should do. So, it brings us back to Krishna consciousness, to surrendering to Krishna. Actually, to love Krishna, because that is what Krishna wants. There is a difference between doing things for our own pleasure and doing things for Krishna's pleasure. Now, I have an example. Long time ago, I heard an interview in the radio, and a lady, that was from another Hindu sect, we can say like that, the more orthodox one. She was asked about the Hare Krishnas, about us, what she thinks about us. And she was very critical, and yeah, she said, yeah, I don't know, they are dancing and singing on the streets, and that is not, yeah, you know, weird, and it's not really our culture, and yeah, you know, I like to do other things also. I like to do worship other gods, like Lord Shiva, Lord Durga Mata, or I like to do other activities also, which is all okay. I mean, someone who wants to worship Lord Shiva or Durga Mata, everyone should follow his or her own path. But what really took me actually in this interview was the amount of time that she said, I like this, I like that, I like to do this, I like to do that. And that is more or less the difference between, you could say, there are several levels towards Krishna. You could see it as a sphere. And one of the levels is what Krishna calls Karmakanda, which is more focused on rituals, on worship. It's also a way to come to Krishna, but it's on a lower level. And really on a higher level is the bhakti level, where one is completely surrendered to Krishna and only wants to do things for Krishna's pleasure. But that is, to reach that level, let me just read the little part which I saw in the next purport of Bhagavad Gita. Srila Prabhupada actually writes there, as described in the second verse of this chapter, not only is this devotional service easy, but it can be performed in a happy mood. One does not need to undergo any severe penance and austerity. He can live this life in devotional life, guided by an expert spiritual master, and in any position, either as a householder or a sannyasi or a brahmachari, in any position anywhere in the world, he can perform this devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and has become actually Mahatma, a great soul. So he says it can be performed in a happy mood, and it is actually easy. Now, I myself, sometimes, thanks to Krishna, it's becoming less, but you know, we are chanting 16 rounds a day, 16 times 108 the Mahamantra, which sometimes can be really a challenge. And also we are following some rules and regulations which can be a challenge. And in Kadeshi, we don't eat really sumptuous, we eat just simple or nothing at all. It can be challenging. So it's not always that, especially if you are in the beginning of your devotional life, that it is easy. Actually, I think it was 30 years ago, the first time I went to Radhadesh, our castle in Belgium, Ardennen, and I followed the tour, the castle. And the Mataji that was giving the tour, she was saying, yeah, we are chanting this Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. 16 times 108. She showed the beats, 108 beats, and we do it 16 times a day. And one of the guests, she was really surprised. She was really, oh, 60 times! How can you? And I was thinking, it's good that she doesn't know that actually it's 64. The 6 is already a possession. So, Srila Prabhupada also said to his disciples in the beginning, many scriptures have a lot of rules, regulations, and things. If I would tell you them all, you would immediately faint. So Srila Prabhupada was really merciful to us, but he didn't ask us to do all those things. He actually said just 2 things: chant 60 rounds and follow 4 regulated principles. And of course, we can do more than that. There are more things to come to Krishna. But this is more or less the basis. So let's have another example. In the time of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there was a really great devotee. He was called Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur was he was originally from a Muslim family, but he took up to Krishna consciousness. He followed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he started, this is, yes, thank you. So you can come a little bit more for, but.
There are people outside, that's why.
Yeah, that's a good. Yes, thank you. So Haridas Thakur, he took as his job the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. And he was chanting with more than 300,000 names of Krishna, 300,000 times the Mahamantra. And to show this potency, there is a story about Haridas. Actually, there's not so much known about Haridas Thakur. It is said that he is an incarnation, a partial incarnation of Lord Brahma and Prahlad Maharaj. Everyone who knows Lord Brahma at least has heard about him. The creator of the universe, and Prahlad Maharaj, devotee of Krishna. And at some point of time, he was in a place where the ruler over there was envious on Haridas Thakur. And he wanted to show people that Haridas Thakur was actually a fraud, a common man, but just faking around like he was a big devotee. So he asked the prostitute to go to Haridas Thakur and to expose him. So the prostitute, she thought it would be a really easy job. So she went to Haridas Thakur. And Haridas Thakur, Haridas Thakur already knew about his whole scheme. He had actually plans to leave, but because he knew that this would happen, he decided to stay a little bit longer. And the prostitute, she approached Haridas Thakur. And Haridas Thakur said, he welcomed her, and he said, yes, I will accept you, but you have to wait, because I have this vow that I have to chant 300,000 times or more this Mahamantra. So please sit, and if I'm finished, I will accept you. So the prostitute took place, and Haridas Thakur continued chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. And it went on and on and on till it became very late. And the lady, she became tired, and she thought, let's go back to the ruler and come back tomorrow again. Then probably he will be finished, and then I can try again. So the next day, she went there, but she was already thinking like, he was so determined in his chanting, and he also looked so peaceful, so calm. And, what is his secret actually that he is like that? So she went again to the cottage of Haridas Thakur. She started calling, oh Haridas, I'm back. And Haridas Thakur, he said, oh, it's you again. Welcome. I'm sorry. Yesterday it took me longer than I thought it would. But today I'm still not finished, but please take a seat, and if I'm finished, then I will surely accept you. So he continues his chanting, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Probably he did it in more, I say, more ecstatic method, not like this. But anyway, so the lady was sitting and she was listening, and yeah, she was indeed thinking like, wow, he's so determined in this chanting. He does this the whole day. He's busy with that. It became late again, so she decided to go back again and try again the next day. So the next day, she again went to Haridas Thakur's cottage, but you know the seed was already planted in the lady. She already felt like different. Her mission would be different and all. So again, she entered the cottage. So Haridas, oh big devotee, I'm back again. Please accept me today. And Haridas Thakur again said, "Yeah, I'm sorry. Yesterday I couldn't finish in time, but today I for sure I will finish, and then I will accept you." So he continued the chanting, and the lady was looking at him, and she became more and more absorbed in the chanting. She also started to chant herself some names of Krishna, and at the end, her mood completely changed, and she asked Haridas Thakur, she asked him for forgiveness. She said, thanks to you, I mean, this chanting, it worked in my mind, it really changed me. Actually, I myself, I also want to do this. I don't want to go back to that envious ruler anymore. I want to feel the same thing as you do. But Haridas Thakur, he said, yes, I knew already that this would happen. I knew the envious scheme of that ruler, Ramachandra, what was his name, Ramachandra Khan or something, yes. So I want to leave actually, but because of this, because I knew you would come, I stayed a little in the hope that you I could learn also something. So he said, now just give all your possessions away and come live in this cottage and start the chanting of the holy name. And do that in a humble state of mind, like Lord Chaitanya said. Good. Trinada Pismichina, Terora Pismishna, Marina Mandina, Kita Misdahidi. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, making oneself lower than a straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be to give all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly, like we are chanting. But at least with me, my mind is sometimes going this way and that way, and it's not always continuously focused on Krishna. Sometimes it happens, but I know already a few chantings later, it probably will be gone again. It's also practicing. It will not happen in one time. I mean, if you start chanting, you cannot expect that you immediately are completely focused on Krishna. It will take time. Anyway, in a humble state of mind, not envious of others. Even in Krishna consciousness, one can feel sometimes envious. Prabhupada said, if you meet someone who is more elevated or better than you in something, people feel envy. And if you meet someone who is lower than you or less qualified than you, people feel pride. So pride and envy are enemies actually. Well, actually, Srila Prabhupada also said, if you see someone who is more advanced in Krishna service, who is doing more activities in Krishna consciousness, you should be very happy. You should say, oh, this devotee is spreading Krishna's name, is my Lord's name. So nice, so wonderful. And then there's no place for envy or jealousy. So that happened. But it brings us back to our original question. Why spreading to Krishna and how actually? We saw already that chanting the holy name of Krishna is very important. But there are also certain rules, regulations that we can follow to approach Krishna. And we see sometimes that these rules and regulations, maybe someone can call one of those rules and regulations.
No intoxication.
Yes, no intoxication. So sometimes we in this temple we get the request to collaborate in some school project or a newspaper reporter is coming and wants to interview us. And what we see is the attention is always going to those rules and regulations, which people do think are weird actually sometimes. They are wondering how can follow this rule of intoxication, what is the meaning of it. I remember one time I tried to explain why we are following Ekadashi to a colleague of mine who is not religious at all. And he was reading, why would you do such a thing? Why would you fast? Because I said, oh, this is the key, Jai. And this is actually because people are taking these rules and regulations out of the context. I mean, they're not looking to what is the goal of these rules and regulations. Because indeed, if you take them apart from that goal, then yes, it looks a little bit extreme, weird. Why would you do it? Why would you not drink alcohol? I mean, we know it's bad for health, but yeah, sometimes one beer or whatever cannot harm, I guess. I don't know, maybe it can, but I don't know. But if you take it into, take the goal into mind, because what actually we want to do in the end, we want to restore our relationship with Krishna. We want to please Krishna. We want to do everything for Krishna's pleasure. Just like in Vrindavan, 5,000 years ago, the inhabitants of Vrindavan, their only business was to please Krishna. And everything they did was only to please Krishna. And that is the same instruction we can follow also. We have a job, for example. We can do that to make a career, to make big money. But we can also put Krishna in the center and think, I'm going to my job, but not for myself, but to please Krishna. Because with the money I earn, I can give to the temple or to some other Krishna conscious activity. So the Krishna consciousness will spread. Srila Prabhupada himself, one of the most important activities that he described was spreading his books, for example. That's why we go on the street to spread books. Because then, in that way, the knowledge about Krishna consciousness is spread to other people. It's also, I mean, a lecture is good, nice, but that's just a one-time listening. But if you get a book, people can read at home, they can think about it, and they can develop themselves if they want to. Actually, I even read that Srila Prabhupada once, he saw a drama, and he said, he was so happy with the drama, he said, the drama is better than reading the book. But anyway, books, we will have the drama in 2 weeks again, when Disney can do the sheet, so you're already invited. Yeah, so these rules and regulations in relation to Krishna. Once I saw a documentary about a couple who were devotees, who even lived in Radhadesh, on Kessel in the Ardennen. But at some point of time, the lady, part of the couple, she broke because following all those rules, all those regulations. I didn't mention what, but I guess waking up early, doing all those things. She couldn't. She just couldn't anymore. And that can happen indeed if you lose the goal, if the rule or the regulation, or the standard or whatever becomes a goal in its own. So I'm not intoxication. I'm not doing that anymore, and I've become very fanatic in that. For example, now I cannot really think of a situation where you're not fanatic in this room, but Ekadashi, for example. Srila Prabhupada, he never said. He said to us, the minimum fasting of Ekadashi is from grapes and beans, grapes and pulses. That doesn't mean that you can do more. You can also do a full fast or fast of more things. But that should not become a goal in its own. I mean, as soon as you feel that because of the fasting, you cannot focus clearly on Krishna anymore, because that is the whole goal of Ekadashi, pleasing Krishna. And if you cannot do that anymore, then actually it's a waste of a waste. So that's the whole thing. The goal of Krishna consciousness, because Krishna explains that in the end we have an eternal relationship with Him, but we have forgotten it. We have forgotten it. Like Srila Prabhupada gives example of a mirror which has a lot of dust on it, and we have to remove that dust so that the mirror becomes clean again. So the same thing with our soul. Our soul is actually part of Krishna, part and parcel of Krishna, but it has been covered with a lot of dust, and the dust has come because of our conflict with this material world. But in the end, and it was also written in the verse where we started with, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. So they are not controlled anymore by the material nature, but they are already in the divine nature. Those who are completely Krishna conscious, pure Krishna conscious, and again that takes time. That is not like this and I am Krishna conscious. Maybe in the beginning you might get the feeling that I'm already so advanced and I'm very teenage devotee and I'm good devotee. But those things does not make someone a good devotee. It's good that to start with that. I'm not saying anything about that. Maybe I sound sometimes a little bit negative. I don't mean it like that. I mean everyone has his own path to come to Krishna, and you should follow that. But just keep the goal in mind that in the end we are doing everything to please Krishna. Every step we are taking, we should think, am I pleasing Krishna? And if not, then we should not do it, even if it would please ourselves. Let me see. And in that regard, I have an example about a great king in Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th canto, chapter 4, verse 17. It's about Maharaj Ambarish. I will read the translation. Maharaj Ambarish was a great devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, and of the saintly persons who are the Lord's devotees. Because of this devotion, he thought of the entire universe as being as insignificant as a piece of stone. So the whole universe, Maharaj Ambarish considered as insignificant, where we actually, a piece of stone, we sometimes can give great value to. And the next three verses give a description of Maharaj Ambarish. That's really nice. Maharaj Ambarish always engaged his mind in meditating upon the lotus feet of Krishna, his words in describing the glories of the Lord, his hands in cleansing the Lord's temple, and his ears in hearing the words spoken by Krishna or about Krishna. He engaged his eyes in seeing the deity of Krishna, Krishna's temples, and Krishna's places, like Mathura and Vrindavan. He engaged his sense of touch in touching the bodies of the Lord's devotees. He engaged his sense of smell in smelling the fragrance of tulsi offered to the Lord. And he engaged his tongue in tasting the Lord's prasada. He engaged his legs in walking to the holy places and temples of the Lord, his head in bowing down before the Lord, and all his desires in serving the Lord, 24 hours a day. Indeed, Maharaj Ambarish never desired anything for his own sense gratification. He engaged all his senses in devotional service, in various engagements related to the Lord. This is the way to increase attachment for the Lord and be completely free from all material desires. Now, sounds a little bit difficult and maybe, almost impossible. But this is just a high level of devotion for which you can strive. But it gives an example about how we actually can serve the Lord. Because Prabhupada also said we cannot chant 300,000 times names of the Lord. I mean, it can, but we would be completely busy. And especially if you are in Grihastha ashram, yeah, it will be a challenge to do that. So he says, instead of doing that, do service for the Lord. Go on Harinam, do book distribution, help in the kitchen, cooking, cleaning, clean the temple. And why are we doing this service? Why are we doing the service? Why are we chanting? So that we don't have time to do any other nonsense things. Like Krishna says, give up all your nonsense and just render unto me. And these activities help us to focus on mind of Krishna instead of doing other things. I mean, we can, if you go home after this temple program, you can choose to turn on the TV, watch some Netflix movie, or we can take our beats and start chanting or read a book, read about Krishna, because it also starts with listening, reading, Shravanam Kirtanam. And for that course, Srila Prabhupada, he translated a lot of books for us. So you never have to, be bored, indeed. It's always something we can do. And so this is the way. So these are the instructions Srila Prabhupada gave us to come to Krishna. And those who really want to come to God, come to Krishna, I mean, there are several ways. I mean, Srila Prabhupada also said this is not the only way. I mean, there are, you have to investigate what fits best with your needs. You have to investigate anyway, because you never know if a guru is really bona fide or not. But if you have chosen the path, then you should follow the instructions, not because of following the instructions, but to reach a higher goal. It's just like if you go to a hospital, you're sick, then the doctor also says, yeah, you should follow this regime, and you cannot do this, you cannot do sports anymore, or whatever. And people are also not asking, why are you not doing all these things? It sounds ridiculous, because they know what is the goal. That person wants to become better. And it's the same thing over here. Someone who gets really interested in Krishna consciousness, in science, someone who really wants to engage all his senses in Krishna and be there for Krishna, or please Krishna with whatever activity he or she does, has to follow the instructions the Guru has given, because we can only approach Krishna to the Guru. The Guru says, chant the holy names and follow the four regulated principles. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Nanam Akali Bahutani Chisarvajati Tapita Niyamita Smarananda Kala. Eta Trishita Kripata Gulanga Mapi, Eta Trishita Ihajana Nurakara. Itisham Ihajana Nurakara, Shastakara. Oh my Lord, out of kindness, you have given. Sorry, I've got the translation. I have to look at it. Oh my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings. And thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. Oh my Lord, out of kindness you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names. But I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. And why do we don't have attraction for them? Because we want to do other things. We are interested in other things to do. And that's why, even though Krishna made it so easy for us, Srila Prabhupada also said, this devotional service is easy and it can be performed in a happy mood. That is true. It can be easy and performed in a happy mood, but we should develop a pace. That can take some time. To come back to the original question, why would we do this? Why would we want to serve Krishna, so then do Krishna? Because this is, according to our scriptures, the natural thing for us, for our soul. Our soul belongs to Krishna, wants to serve Krishna because our whole purpose, not purpose, but what we do is we serve. We want to serve. That is our nature, and the natural service we should do is to Krishna. But because we are not doing it, we are serving others. We are serving our boss or our wife, husband, children, dog, I know what. Because we want to serve someone. And Krishna says, just put it up, just surrender to me, and I will deliver you. I was talking about the tree, the steps to which you can come to Krishna. You can follow all those steps. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was really generous to us, very merciful. He built an elevator next to that tree, with stairs. An elevator, that is the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. So thank you so much. Maybe any questions? If not, there is there are a few things that I wanted to share with you. One thing is, we recently from this temple, we received a really generous donation, a really huge donation from a devotee that used to come over here to this temple. He's now in India, but he was for a while a visitor of this temple. But later I came to know that he is really going through a difficult time. Actually, the amount he gave, he's not really in a financial situation that he could do that. But still, because he wanted to serve Krishna, to please Krishna, he did. But he's really going through a difficult time. His mother actually asked me to ask for the blessings and to pray to Gaudita, so that he that the things will become better for him, that he can serve Krishna without any difficulties. So please repeat after me, one time the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I really hope the Lordship Shikara and Gaurachandra will be very merciful upon this devotee, because he's a really nice guy. I cannot disclose the name, but I hope everything will become well for him, and hopefully he will come back and serve again in this temple. You want to say something? No, go. The second thing, last Friday was the birthday of our Pujari, Muktidatri Mataji. So, perhaps you already forgot Mataji, but we want to sing for you. So please. Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna to you. May Lord Krishna bless you, may Lord Krishna bless you, may Lord Krishna bless you, may Lord Krishna bless you. So, for those who don't know, Muktidatri Mataji has served the Lordships for a very long time, and a lot of those years she was doing it alone. During the Corona period when we were closed, she was completely alone in this temple serving the Lordships, and I really have so much respect for that. I feel actually very sorry for that also. We won't let that happen again, never. But anyway, we really appreciate you, Mataji. Thank you so much. And we hope you will be at least for another 20 years with us. So, thank you so much. We will continue with the yes. Okay, thanks so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai. Mataji, you want to say? Yes, but he can. Haridas Thakur? You want to sing?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Don't just stand, okay? This is called the artist move. You move. Don't be shy.
Krishna Hare Krishna
जय ओम Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Stutar Satashi Srimad. His Divine Loving Grace, Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada ki. ISKCON BBT Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai Nichalila Pravishya Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Stutar Satashi Srimad. His Divine Loving Grace, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki. Jai Nichalila Pravishya Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Stutar Satashi Srimad. His Divine Grace, Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki. Jai Nichalila Pravishya Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Stutar Satashi Srimad. His Divine Grace, Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki. Jai Nichalila Pravishya Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Astutar Satashi Srimad. His Divine Grace, Vaishnava Sarvabhauma, Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Nam Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. Sri Rupa Sri Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Sri Jeev Gopala Bhatta Das Raghunath, Sat Goswami Prabhu ki. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas, Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath, Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki. Rajabhumi Sri Vrindavan Dham ki. Sri Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki. Purushottam Kshetra Jagannath Puri Dham ki. Sri Radhadesh Dham ki. ISKCON Amsterdam ki. Sri Sri Karunanitai Gaur Chandra ki. Sri Jagannath Subhadra Balaram ki. Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Lalita Vishaka Devi ki. Sri Sri Radha Shyama Sundar ki. Sri Krishna Balaram ki. Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki. Nitai Gaur Premananda. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Alle eer aan de verzamelde toegewijden. All glories to Sri Guru and Gaur.
Who wants to sing the secret?
This is a prayer for protection for everyone. Yeah. Typical ISKCON microphone. Okay. Thank you. श्री श्री लक्ष्मी सिंहदाय भगवान की श्री राम महाराज महाजन की जय गौर प्रेमानंद
Next week? Oh, this week. Every week.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, dear devotees, for coming and participating in our Sunday Feast Festival. We have been going on very well, beginning of this year. Many devotees in every Sunday Feast. It's very nice. Thank you so much. Today's wonderful Sunday Feast lecture was given by our dear Vijay Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Today's Sunday feast is cooked by our dear devotees from Eindhoven. Ravi Shankar Prabhu, Revati Mataji, Manishankar Prabhu and his good wife, Anjali Mataji. It's wonderful lady decorations team. Trivedi Mataji, Nartaki Radha Mataji is not here today, yes. And who did? You did? Or who did the decorations? Nothing. Oh, she went, maybe she went back. Yeah, usually she does. It's a team of devotees, Sophia, Nartaki Radha, Trivedi, and yeah, very nice. Thank you so much. The worship was done by Rangaradhika Mataji. Thank all these devotees by loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It was a little less loud. Let's really thank them from the core of our hearts. Louder. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Wonderful feast is actually sponsored by Toshan and Jayashree because Toshan's uncle, his name is Alex. He passed away. So in the memory of Alex Prabhu, Toshan Prabhu has sponsored for today's Sunday feast. So let's pray to Sri Radha Krishna, Kavita Gaurachandra Shri Prabhupada that Alex Prabhu's onward journey in his spiritual life continues to the best destination ever possible towards Goloka Vrindavan. So one Hare Krishna mantra just for Alex Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Next Saturday, which is 11th, we have Memorial Day planned for His Grace Akhandananda Prabhu. Many of you might have got the invitation on WhatsApp. It's in Alpade line. If anybody would like to join or who have not received the invitation personally, they can contact us or in Vijay Prabhu or Flight to Temple. It's going to be a program from 5 o'clock, I believe, Mars Date 7 in Alpade line. And we'll be having memorial offerings and kirtans and prasadam. So, all are invited.
I'd like to especially welcome Thakur Haridas Prabhu. I think from Bali. You still there?
Staying in Bali.
Bali. He's in Bali, people. Yeah. So now you know why he's chanting so ecstatically. He's in Bali. But you are born in Holland. Where were you born?
Actually,
He doesn't remember. It's so long ago.
I was raised in the Haarlem area in Bloemendaal.
Okay, just see. The same area where His Holiness Kadamukhananda Swami was born. So maybe you got some of his aura. Anyway, thank you so much for visiting and know you're always welcome here. And thank you for the wonderful Gaur Arti Kirtan.
Yeah, I'll be going soon, so I will go.
Yeah, that's why we just grabbed you while we could. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And our next festival will be the Chanda Trayodashi. Devotees are gearing up for drama and the performances. So please watch out in our newsletter. It's next Wednesday, Thursday. Anyway, so we have a gift from Sri Prabhupada now. Those who are here for the first time, please raise your hands and maybe Thakur Das Prabhu can give gifts from Srila Prabhupada. All those who have come for the first time, then please raise your hands and you're getting your gifts. No, you just give them. It's already Srila Prabhupada's books. Yes, yes. Hare Krishna. What's your name?
John.
John. Thank you for coming, John. Okay, who's here for the first time? First timers. First timers. In the back of you. What's your name, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna.
Oh, wow. Hare Krishna. What's your name, Mataji?
Manasa.
Manasa. Jai. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming. Anyone else? First timers? That's it? Oh, there are a couple of kids here. Maybe, yeah, different book perhaps? Yeah, this one? No, it's okay. Okay. Good. So, thank you so much. Will you put anything else on? Is it right? Yes.
Also, we started with dinner again on Tuesday from 6 till 10 till we are ready with eating. And actually, we are planning is not completely worked out yet, but not upcoming Thursday, but Thursday after. It's the 20th Chinese Obedience Day. So we are thinking about having a special edition of the dinner club on that day. And the week after that, before the Nityanan Triyodashi, is Vaman Dvadashi, so Tuesday. So that dinner club will also be a little bit more elaborate to celebrate that. So please come, it will be also in our newsletter, so all details will be there. Thank you.
So, usually we do our announcements with our Kirtan. If you raise your head and see up, of course you see the ceilings. But there's also a very special Radha Mandala here. This is a creation of Archie and Sophia, wonderfully decorated because we want to create Vrindavan in Amsterdam. The Prabhupada of course mentioned that all his temples are Vrindavan, but in Amsterdam we need to put some special efforts to actually bring that mode, which we have been trying, and we have been quite successful in that. So let's just see these and in our mind and hearts try to grasp the mercy which is Nityananda Prabhu is going to shower on all of us very soon on his birthday, and sing Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Shyam Jaya Jaya Shri Vrindavana Dham Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Shyam Jaya Jaya Shri Vrindavana Dham Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Shyam Jaya Jaya Shri Vrindavana Dham Jaya Jaya Radhe. All of us, louder. Jai Jai Shri Vrindavana Dham Jai Jai Radhe Jaya Jaya Shyam Jai Jai Shri Vrindavana Dham Jai Jai Radhe Shyam Jai Jai Shri Vrindavana. One more time. Jai Jai Radhe. All of us, louder. Jai Jai Shri Vrindavana. Jai Jai Radhe Jai Jai Shyam Jai Jai Shri Vrindavana. Jai Jai Radhe Jai Jai Shyam Jai Jai Shri Hare Krishna. It is having prasadam here now. And along with that, if anybody would like to serve us or serve